So when I see the things that he does, and he did the Irv smoking, I'm like.
How did you feel about that when you saw it?
Of course, nobody likes all this goofy shit, but it's goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm not. Preem said it best. I spoke to Preem the other day. Preem has always got the right words and shit and the right things to say. Because I was hot. You know what I'm saying? I was hot. I was ready to go nuclear and shit. But I say, So I spoke to Preem anyway, and Preem said, he said, Rule. He said, here's what you got to understand about who we are and what we are. He said, we are masters of self-defense. And I said, I love that. I said, because I don't want to start trouble, make trouble with people. But if we got to get into it, make it, I'll fucking end it. I'll put it to where it go. I'll take it to the next. So that's why I'm like, you know what? That is the best description of what I am and who I am as a man that I could ever think about. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who we are as men. Mm-hmm. We're here to protect our families, protect our homes, defend our honor, our names, our reputation. That's what we're here. I'm not here to be a bully and bother people. That's not what I'm here to do. You know what I'm saying? But I am a master of self-defense.
Yeah. But in a way, you do have to understand why Fit feels the way he feels, though, right? When you think about everything that y'all been through.
I really don't.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
The fighting, the shooting, the stabbing.
What shooting? We ain't got nothing to do with that.
Oh, well, never mind. I know people
like to say it.
Yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do with us. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I know the reality of it all. You know what I'm saying? And that shit ain't got nothing to do with us. Mm-hmm. But I guess it's good for, people to play that when they want to play that and then play victim when they want to play victim. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I leave it all alone. I live a really, really cool life. I'm in a good space. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, sometimes you just got to remove yourself from the circus. And that's what I've chose to do. And so that's why I've been being real quiet and cool.
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover, and you are watching Forgotten Kings TV. That's right, Forgotten Kings TV. Come on, son.
Moments ago, 50 Cent responds to Ja Rule's comments in his recent Breakfast Club interview. That's right, y'all. As we all know, earlier this year, 50 Cent made a disrespectful post in reaction to the passing of Irv Gotti. Well, recently, Ja Rule was asked to give his take on 50 Cent's post. And as you've seen in the video, according to Ja Rule, he wanted to go nuclear. Well, moments ago, 50 Cent responded to Ja Rule's comments. Again, for those who missed what 50 Cent had to say in his post, 50 says, "The Breakfast Club should be ashamed of themselves for asking questions that perpetuates violence. This fool has been getting ready to go what he calls nuclear for 22 years. LOL. Your man's in my runts right now." All right, now again, that was 50 Cent responding to Ja Rule's comments in his Breakfast Club interview. And as you can see, 50 Cent doubles down on the disrespect towards Ja Rule in the passing of Irv Gotti. Okay, moments like this is why people tend to avoid beefing with 50, because once he gets started, there's no telling when he's going to stop. Okay, Mr. Petty himself, he'll mess around and make a whole marketing campaign out of you. Okay, and like I said, we seen with the whole meat situation, once 50 makes a post on social media, it's over, man. I'm going to just be real. Right, and in the Breakfast Club interview, Charlamagne said it like, Ja, no matter what year we talking, people will constantly bring up 50's name, whenever these interviews are happening, right? Regardless if it's a Ja Rule interview or 50 Cent interview. And, even Ja was asked to give his thoughts on Drake and his beef with Kendrick Lamar, because who knows, right? The impact of that beef, 10 years from now, people may still constantly ask Drake about Kendrick and vice versa. But like I said, with 50, man, he's done so much, you know what I mean, when it comes to just going at people. Ja Rule, he admitted in this interview that a lot of 50's enemies reach out to him in the DMs, and it goes to show, man. A lot of people plan, plot, go against 50. I just remember in the Batman movie, they said, you know, the hero lives long enough to be the villain. And it's getting to that point with 50, you know? It seems as if people really don't care if 50 is valid in his approach at going at people. I will admit sometimes, you know, people give him a pass because of who he is. You know, other artists couldn't get away with what 50 does and how he conducts himself. But again, his story, his hustle, you know, it's undeniable. And people understand, you know, even in this situation, Ja Rule says he has nothing to do with the shooting of 50 Cent. But again, that's the perception. And 50 plays into it, you know what I mean, including the fan base. So, you know, it goes well with the story. And to this day, 50 is still out here pushing the brand. And like I said, while others thought that 50 would kind of lighten up when it comes to the other side, no, that isn't the case. And, you know, some people, like I said, fans are, you know, pretty much fed up with Fifth. And then others who are day ones, they like, look, it is what it is. 50's going to always be himself. And that's one thing we can count on when it comes with 50 and his brand. But again, y'all let me know, what are your thoughts on 50 Cent and his reaction to Ja Rule's comments in his Breakfast Club interview? Again, do you think 50 is valid when sending shots at Ja Rule? And, you know, the passing of Irv Gotti, you know, all these years in 2025, or do you think at some point he needs to move on? Again, let me know, what are your thoughts on the controversy involving 50 Cent, Ja Rule, and the passing of Irv Gotti down in the comment section below. But again, that's all I got for y'all today. My name is Sensei Rip. Till next time, peace. Salute world, I need y'all to do me a favor and check out my homie Grand Finale's latest video titled Less is More, okay, available on YouTube right now. I'm about to bless y'all with a teaser. If you like what you hear, make sure to hit the link in the description to subscribe to the homie's channel. Also leave a comment and tell him that Rip sent you, alright? Alright y'all, peace.
You starstruck, you stuck when I leave you in awe. What you saw had you floored as you picked up your jaw. Can't ignore, you were shook to the core. Couldn't endure what many claim this war wasn't witnessed before. Earthquakes and aftershocks and tectonic plates and magma rock.
Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also, hit that notification bell to get the latest on hip-hop, sports, comedy, whatever. All right, we got you covered over here at Forgotten Kings TV. And also, click on one of these videos, okay? All right, y'all.